Welcome to Illuminating the Shadows of American History, where we dive deep into the pivotal moments that have shaped the United States into the nation it is today. History isn't just about dates and documents, it's the story of us all, a tale of ambition, struggle, triumph, and the relentless pursuit of a more perfect union. Today, we embark on a journey through time, exploring the events that have left an indelible mark on America's heart and soul. From the battlefields of independence to the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, from the depths of despair during the Great Depression to the heights of hope with the election of Barack Obama, we'll uncover the layers of complexity and the profound impacts these moments have had on the nation's fabric. So buckle up as we rank the 10 most pivotal events in U.S. history, guided by the criteria of long-term impact, immediate effect, and their role in shaping national identity, policies, and global standing. And remember, this exploration is rooted in the broad historical and transformative impact of these events, through the lens of someone who's not only passionate about history, but also deeply entrenched in the legal framework that governs this great nation. Ranking the most important events in U.S. history can be subjective, as importance can vary depending on perspective, criteria, and the specific impact considered, such as social, political, economic, and so on. So I use the following criteria in creating the following list in order from importance from number 10 to number 1. Long-term impact, immediate effect, and significance in shaping national identity, policies, and global standing. So here's my attempt to rank 10 pivotal events that have had profound and lasting impacts on America's development, identity, and role in the world. And keep in mind, this ranking is based on the event's broad historical and transformative impact. 10. The election of Barack Obama in 2008. His election as the first African American president marked a historic milestone in the nation's ongoing journey toward racial equality and diversity in leadership. And while President Obama's election was a historic milestone in terms of racial progress and representation, ranking it in terms of broad historical impact involves considering both symbolic significance and the longer-term effects of his presidency on American society and its political landscape. 9. The September 11th attacks in 2001. These attacks significantly altered U.S. foreign and domestic policy, impacting national security, international relations, and the global perception of terrorism. These attacks also had a profound impact on the national psyche and global relations. 8. The American Revolution, 1775 to 1783. The war for independence from Britain was essential for the creation of the United States as a sovereign nation, but it ranks lower due to its role as a precursor to the more definitive establishment and ideological articulation of the nation's democratic ideals and governance structures that came later. 7. The Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 and the end of slavery through the 13th Amendment in 1865. These critical steps towards ending slavery were pivotal in the nation's moral and social evolution, though the fight for racial equality continues and more than likely will never end. 6. The Great Depression in 1929 and the New Deal from 1933 to 1939. This period of economic crisis, followed by transformative government policies, reshaped the American economy and expanded the role of the federal government in citizens' lives. 5. The Civil Rights Movement during the 1950s to the 1960s. This era of activism and legislation advanced the cause of racial equality and justice, significantly altering the social and legal landscape of the United States. The significant legislation passed during this era aimed to dismantle systemic racism and promote equality, and it marked a pivotal point in the nation's ongoing struggle with racial issues, which again continues today. 4. World War II from 1941 to 1945. The U.S. involvement in World War II marked a turning point in the conflict and established the United States as a leading global superpower with significant implications for international relations and domestic policy. This U.S. involvement also led to significant economic, political, and social changes domestically. 3. The Civil War from 1861 to 1865. The deadliest conflict on American soil and perhaps the most defining conflict of our country. It preserved the Union and led to the abolition of slavery, fundamentally transforming the nation's social, political, and economic fabric. 2. The Declaration of Independence in 1776. This foundational document declared the colonies' independence from British rule and articulated the ideals of liberty and democracy, setting the philosophical groundwork for the nation's identity. This event marked the birth of the United States, and it articulated the ideals of liberty and equality. 1. The drafting of the U.S. Constitution in 1787. As the supreme law of the United States, it established the framework of the federal government and the rights of its citizens, embodying the principles of democracy and governance that have guided the nation for over 2 centuries. Simply put, it's the cornerstone of American democracy, establishing the government's framework and the rule of law, influencing not just the nation, but democratic ideals worldwide. Yes, I consider the drafting of the U.S. Constitution the most important event in U.S. history. This assessment is based on the Constitution's foundational role in establishing the United States system of government, its principles of democracy and rule of law, and its influence on the nation's development and identity. The Constitution set forth the framework for the federal government and outlined the rights and freedoms of its citizens, making it a pivotal moment in shaping the political, legal, and social structures of the United States. The Constitution's significance extends beyond the immediate impact of creating a new government to its enduring influence on American life and its role as a model for democratic governance worldwide. It established a system of checks and balances among the branches of government, ensuring no single branch could dominate, and it has been amended over time to address evolving issues and expand rights to more groups of people. This adaptability has allowed it to remain relevant and authoritative over centuries. Given these considerations, the drafting of the U.S. Constitution is often viewed as a cornerstone event in U.S. history, central to understanding the country's values, governance, and the rights of its citizens. Side note, I am also an attorney licensed in 2 states, so that adds additional clues as to why I chose the U.S. Constitution as the most historically important event in U.S. history. These events are among many that have significantly influenced the course of American history. Each has contributed to the evolving identity and global role of the United States. As we close this chapter of Illuminating the Shadows of American History, it's clear that the journey through America's past is far from over. Each event we've discussed today is a thread in the intricate tapestry of the nation's history, reflecting the struggles, triumphs, and enduring spirit of its people. But the conversation doesn't end here. What events do you think have shaped the United States? How do they compare to the moments we've highlighted? Dive into the comments section below to share your thoughts, insights, and any pivotal moments you believe deserve a spotlight. And if you're intrigued by the stories of resilience, innovation, and the pursuit of justice that have defined the American experience, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join us as we continue to explore the shadows and shine a light on the events that have not just shaped a nation, but have also influenced the world. This is Illuminating the Shadows of American History, where every story matters and every voice is heard. Until next time, keep seeking the truth in the shadows, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.